Congratulations, you have purchased your product package and you've got some Inspire Cherish pads on the way. And hopefully you ordered some of all 4 styles of Cherish pads, and I just want to kind of make sure that you know that there are 4 different sizes, and I have a great video. It's actually video number 3 that explains a little bit about using the pads and who should use panty liners, who should use the 8-hour Cherish pads, and so on and so forth. Some really great ideas about women, for women who only want to use tampons. So make sure you watch that video. Make sure you watch all the videos in this series because they'll really help you. But now it's time for you to do your own demos. Well, first of all, I want you to remember that here's what I encourage you to do. When you do a demo, make sure you have 2 or 3 women or more all at one time. You want to have a little grouping of women. It could be in your home, it could be at your church. It doesn't need to be in a public place. It really needs to be in a place that's private, because you're talking about private things and you don't want to whip out a sanitary pad in the middle of a restaurant table, right? So what you want to do is create the atmosphere. You've got some really important information that will benefit women to know about. You ask the power question. If you knew about something that could potentially save the life of someone that you love and care about, would you want to know about it? Well, I'm inviting you over for a product demo, a focus group. There are lots of different ways to invite, and that's a whole nother video, but it's time for you to do a demo. Well, first of all, I want you to watch video number 6 in this series. Video number 6 is a demo that's compliant that I did in my home, and it really, the language that I'm using and how we do it is important, and some of the information that I've given is really important at that. And what I would do is I would watch that video, I would watch the video that the company put together, and those are the 2 that I would really watch. Here's why. Because some things have kind of changed since Mr. Coleman and Mr. Crump did the original videos. We've become more compliant. We have to be more careful. So you can watch those videos, but be careful about making any medical claims. Don't use the names of diseases that women get or have, or just be really careful about your claims, and that's important. That's why the video that I did is so important, because it is compliant. But the main thing is to have a little fun with it. Don't be so serious, and don't worry about messing up. I have a list. What I did is I actually watched the company video, wrote down the health benefits of negative ions, of infrared ray technology, of the silver ion technology. And I actually wrote those out. And when I start telling about the negative ion strip, I actually just read from my notes. Here are some of the benefits. But the most important thing you can do, now listen to me, the most important thing that you can do at your demos is share testimonies. When you share testimonies of what's happened for women who've used our pads, that's what really sells. We know facts tell, stories sell. We can say all day that the negative ions helps reduce odor, and the negative ions help with balance in the pH, and all of these things. But when we share in a live video, or a demo rather, that this person got results where maybe her cycle time was reduced by a couple of days, or the blood flow was reduced, or that they didn't have any cramping like they normally have. Those are real testimonies that sell the product, sell to your customers and the people that you're giving the demo. When there are men in the room, it's really important that you get their attention first. You want to make them feel comfortable. You want to give them a reason to be there. And the reason is usually the women in their lives they care about. So I start out the demo with men in the room and say, hey men, I commend you for being here. You're about to hear about something that is really amazing, and I know that you have daughters or wives or women in your life that you care about, and you're about to hear some things that you just have never heard before, and some things that are going to make you walk away wanting to share this information with with women you do care about. So make them feel comfortable. But at the end of the day, here's what sells: the testimonies and the feel of the pad. Having the women and men in the room touch the pad. I think back about a good friend of mine, Aram McGarry, who was, interested after seeing the video, and she came to a demo, and it was when I passed around even the dry pad, and she touched it and she went, oh my gosh, this is so different. And I let everybody touch both pads. It had been a little while since I'd actually needed a pad. And so although I remembered, I kind of forgot. And when I felt both pads, I went, wow, this is a huge difference. And then it's the dry test. Listen, you had me at dry. The dryness of the pad does all the work. Have those women and men in the room touch the pad both pads after you put water on them. It will blow them away. And that's what sells. Just that simple thing. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be perfect. You want the demo to last between 15, 20, 30 minutes tops. And with 30 minutes, that means that you're giving a little training or some extra stories. So you definitely want that demo portion to be concise, and it's really all about sharing the testimonies and letting them touch the pad. You had me at dry. So great luck on your demos. I know you're going to do great. Don't be nervous. Anyone and everyone can do a demo for 3 or 4 people, and that grows and grows and grows. And, so don't be afraid of that. I am so excited for you to touch the pad yourself if you never have, once you get your products in hand. And I have another video that I really want to share with you about selling the pads and sampling and how to conserve your pads. So let's talk about that in another video. Bye, everybody.